Hi, this is Panchali Mahendra. I'm the Managing Director of Atelier House Hospitality. This company is an affiliate of Alta Maria Group from New York City. I think Mohalla has an amazing story. I had never in my life, I have spent 17 years in the hospitality industry with my graduation and masters, and I'd never done, being an Indian concept. I was waiting for the perfect time, perfect opportunity. However, for Mohalla, Dubai Design District came to me as I'm also a consultant, and my office was in Design District. They asked me that, would you be interested in conceptualizing an Indian concept, very street style, because we feel that there is a gap here. There are a lot of Indian workers out of the 10,000 at that point of time, and we feel that we could have an Indian concept that would work really well. If you see the concept and the menu of Mohalla, it has taken the aspect of different cuisines and cultures of all states of India. Many restaurants in the world, I would say not just locally, concentrate on regionally. Either they would be in Maharashtra or in Delhi, or it would be direction-wise, north, south, east, west, because India is a large country. With Mohalla, we wanted to bring the street from every state. And you're looking at 29 states and union territories in India. So that's a huge and it's a diverse culture. And when the locals, especially because I know they have an affinity and the love for Indian food, when they started coming in, they realized that they were also being offered a very unique concept and very different flavors. They were familiar with the textures and the food, but for them to be able to have them in different design patterns and design palette was something that I think blew their mind. And the tastes were authentic, the spice levels were very familiar. So I think these aspects together is what keeps us rolling and people loving us. Yes, absolutely. I mean, right now what I wanted to do is I don't want to dilute the brand. So I might just have, for the time being, just one Mohalla for UAE. Because I also want this place to be a destination project, a destination concept. And pretty much we have seen that, because over the weekend, when Dubai Design District is shut down for business, I have my restaurant packed with all the locals that are driving down from different Emirates to come down and eat with us. And the footfall is zero internally, but it's the external crowd. So that kind of says that I am my own destination and I have my own footfalls. So for UAE, I will have probably just one Mohalla for the time being. However, having said that, we are expanding globally. And our first step is going to be in Riyadh in the second quarter of 2021. There is the similar kind of love in the entire GCC region for the food. I think the residents and the citizens of Saudi Arabia also love Indian food. So it made sense for us to move there. Plus, we were receiving a lot of requests and queries about when the next opening is going to be. So after having studied, we did not hurry up. We took 2 years, and of course, it's sad what happened in the pandemic happened in between. So yes, it has delayed the process. But however, I didn't want to rush into just opening or expanding globally or to a certain region. After 1 year itself, we had started getting a lot of interest and requests for opening Mohalla in different regions. So it was Qatar, we had somebody from Turkey and Istanbul who wanted it. But I think with our team and the other partners, when we sat down together, it was important. And as my boss Emma says that, first get your acts together, make sure that everything, all the documentations, the brand profiling is rock solid. Then you should step ahead, and then you'll be able to, expand without smoothly and having any problems. So after having 2 years now, and now that we are ready to rock and roll, is the reason we are going to Saudi. And it's also close by. It's a region that I can visit often. It's a 1 hour flight, and it will be easy to monitor and control the brand. For being a leader, sometimes you have to not be a leader, but be a part of your gang, be a friend, be a colleague. And I think I started my life at the age of 21, rather 22, as being an assistant F&B manager at the Oberoi, Mumbai. And that was a 800-room property. And I had around, at that point, 96 to 110 people of different age brackets working under me. And I was a 22-year-old postgraduate who just came to work in one of the largest hotels in India. That experience really humbled me, because I was dealing with people who were 50 years old and 60 years old, and they were my senior captains back then. and they came with a vast knowledge. And what I used to think, what is that I could teach them something new? Or I'm sitting here as their boss, I'm sitting here as their leader. What is going on? It was something that I couldn't understand in my life. But that is something that taught me that, what, age and the positions and education, everything is fine, but you have to sometimes, if you want to lead the system, you have to become the system. And I today, all that I know is that everybody works very hard. I think in my previous interview I said that, you want to know the real deal, you go down to the bottom rung of the ladder, because they know exactly what is happening. They work the hardest. They're the roots, so you have to have your roots strong for the tree to grow. And that's what I do. I talk in the same manner that I'm sitting and talking to you. I will talk to my helps, our stewarding team, our managers, our colleagues. Everybody's equal in my eyes. And you know what? I have no shame in asking from them if I don't know anything. And I think they appreciate that. They respect you more for that. And it becomes a very humbling experience. And that's what I think sets me apart, that I'm open to learning every day. And that's what, so, whether it's 17 years or I'm going to have 30 years of experience, I'm going to be the same person. Learning doesn't stop. In terms of having the equal opportunity in education, I was given the same education as my counterpart, or as men. I did have my graduation and I did my master's in hospitality. I personally feel that yes, it is difficult for the line of work that I do. For me, I could talk about, because when I started consulting, and this is 10, 11, 12 years back, there were not many women in consulting per se. And I started consulting for hotels with a company called HVH that was from the United States. It was Hotel Valuation Services. And at that time, you did not have many women who were going into consulting. We always had women chefs, yes. And we all know that women chefs always have to fight a bit more harder. It is said, it's the same, like sometimes women are not on the, in war or on the border front because of physical, longevity. They say that women can fight harder physically than men, but mentally we are way more stronger. So having said that, yes, there were women in kitchens, there were women as general managers in operations, but when the consulting side, there weren't many. So as a woman, when I was coming in front, people did, even today, sometimes doubt my experience, my level of operational background, and how much more would I know than a counterpart. So yes, those difficulties are there, and sometimes men want to talk to men. So we do find that difficulty. It has, I will not shy away from that. I will not deny it, but it is true that men want to talk to men, and sometimes I would not say women could be intimidating, but it's just sometimes it's not given an equal opportunity and chance in that way. I am not saying that I'm better, but give me an opportunity to talk to me too, to see if I make sense or if I have any sort of knowledge, and then you decide. But sometimes we don't even get that opportunity. So it is a sad reality. Absolutely, of course. You want to fight harder. It's an obstacle, and there are many other obstacles that keep coming when you got to jump higher. And I just feel competitive about everything in life. I was an ex-basketball player for India, so that athlete and that competitive feeling doesn't go. So yeah, you want to just you just want to do your work properly, and no matter what happens, whether 10 years before or 10 years later, your hard work, and if you're passionate and if you know something technically, it was going to come out. And when I came to this country 10 years back, I don't know if people realized the companies that I'd worked for, how good or bad I was. But today it's just my hard work and the passion that we put in. That doesn't, just not me, for all the other wonderful women. They've all had to work harder than me probably to just come out and shine. Thank you so much, Simon. Yay, finished. I didn't faint.